This is honestly getting to be part of my favorite part of my week.
Yeah, I know. It's like Liam's like, "Where are you going?" I grabbed a drink, my smokes, a blanket. I was like, "I'm going outside. I got book club again." And they're like, "Okay."
And Terry went to drive for Lyft, and I said I got book club at 7:30. He's like, "This is the time for me to get."
That's my cue. Is that a Soda Stream?
It is a Soda Stream bottle.
Oh, but you don't use it anymore?
I
Like,
have a Soda Stream. I just need to get
more stuff?
another canister.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I put the sugar free orange
Uh-huh.
in there. I freaking
Pretty
love that
good.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw a commercial for it the other day, and Jimmy was like, "I wonder if those are any good." And I said, "I'd have to ask Stephanie because I'm pretty sure she had a Soda Stream bottle the other day."
Yep.
Yeah.
They are great, actually.
Yeah. What are
It's
you doing,
great.
kitty? What are you doing,
Especially
kitty?
if you don't do the flavors, like the soda flavors,
Right.
um, and just get sugar-free flavoring,
Yeah, I'd have to do sugar free.
and then it's great.
Yeah.
Like any of the fruits are perfect.
Where do you get yours at?
The
Online?
flavoring,
Yeah.
there's a place in Joplin.
Yeah.
It's like a restaurant store on Main,
Oh, yeah, yeah. I know
and
what you're talking about.
then TJ Maxx has them all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then there's a place on Monkey Island, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Well, Joplin would
That's
be
probably a
closer,
little
but
far. Yeah.
yeah. What are you doing, kitty?
Where is everybody?
Oh, yeah, it's past 7:30.
I know Stephanie's not coming. I kind of didn't figure Willow would because she didn't read
I
it,
haven't read it, yeah. I figured Nina would. She's probably pretty far or done.
right?
I think I got to the beginning of chapter 12. They just got the New Year's Day or New Year's night was over.
It was such a good book. Um, did you see that the author liked my
I
post
saw
in the
that.
group?
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't
That's
even tag
crazy.
because you didn't even tag the book or anything in it, did you?
I don't think so. I'm
I
gonna
didn't
check.
think so, but unless she's searching like posts that people make about it or
I don't normally tag them. I did. Um, no, I didn't tag her,
I didn't think
but
so.
I did put her name in there.
Yeah.
So if she's searching her name,
Mm. Mhm.
but I did tag Kelly or Carrie Lake for and Anathema and whatever. um, and I said, and if Carrie Lake is reading this, please write book 2 for Non-Canadian because stranger things have happened.
Right.
But yeah, it was crazy to me because I didn't tag her.
Right. Have you read the second book? You have. Is it about Chase and the sister? Like
Uh,
his best friend and her
yes,
sister? That's what I figured it
yes,
probably was.
yes, and it's still 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, just good. So, what do you think so far? I mean,
Um
if she shows up, she shows up.
so first off, much lighter, much easier to follow than Alchemized. I think I'm still gonna try Alchemized eventually. Like I still want to try to read it if I can get through it. Um but so far banter, great. Something's going on with him though. Like is he psycho? Is he a killer? You know, like something's going on. And my first thing was like, he said his favorite flower was chives. Red flag. What the fuck does that mean? Like what? But yeah, it's fun. I like all the references, like the pop culture. Shout out to
Yeah.
my girl Taylor Swift. Uh, yeah, it's really good so far.
I
I
was
mean,
Go ahead.
they've gotten into the like, you know, obviously they just told each other they love each other, but I'm ready for them to like break through to some of the like good shit. Like we're, you know, it's cute and fun and everything right now, but I'm like, it's I feel like it's insinuating because of the way the beginning was. There's some murder and some weird shit is gonna happen. And it hasn't popped off yet. And I'm like waiting for that moment when it's just like, okay, he lied about his mom's name. He's weird about locks. There's a stalker. Like what is gonna happen? You know, I'm just waiting
Yeah,
for that.
it when it pops off, it pops off. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
reading this book, and Stephanie is like, she's always been a Freddy's, Jason,
Mhm.
into all
Campy.
those movies. Yeah,
Yeah.
all those things. And so I messaged her when I'm reading this, and I was like, this book was written for you. You
Yeah.
have to read this book.
Right. Yeah, because I'm thinking like, okay, there's a weird camp. You know, there's some summer camp, there's murder. Like it's feeling very Friday the 13th is where I feel like it's going. But I don't know if he's Jason yet or if he's like a victim or the perpetrator. Like,
Yeah, it's the twist that happens, I didn't see happening. I
okay,
didn't. So
okay.
it's very good.
Yeah.
Um
Is
and
it
book
like
2,
twist at the
go
very
ahead.
end or twist towards the middle? Like it's getting close.
I would say if you break the book up into thirds, it's the last third of the book that is where everything pops off, the
Uh-huh.
twist happens, and it's so fast. Everything is so fast.
Yeah.
And I will probably read this book again. I
Yeah.
mean, it's so good that it's just fun,
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
gone really quick. I think I was on chapter literally I was on the prologue when I started earlier. And so I literally, I mean, those first 12 chapters have pretty flown by.
Yeah, it just flies by. Like I
Mhm.
devoured them
Yeah.
in probably a day and a half. It probably
Yeah.
wasn't 2 days.
As long as it took to play them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I turned it off at night, so I didn't miss a thing. Went to a
Mhm.
different book. Um, but yeah, they were just so much fun. And I was mainly in the office listening to it and like grinning and
Yeah.
chuckling and like, what is happening?
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I love the pop culture references and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah. It's surprisingly sometimes I don't like that because I feel like it pulls me out. But this one is like it makes you just feel like it's present day, you know, like
Right.
they're relatable more than anything,
Yeah.
which is
And
good.
people of our generation, those references land, you
Yeah,
know?
she's got to be around the same age and like into the
Yeah.
same stuff because it's very millennial
Yeah.
coded, and it's refreshing also to not be like a billionaire trope. You know,
Yeah.
it's like a everyday person type vibe.
Yeah. But if you haven't made it to her birthday yet,
No, I haven't. I
so
don't think so.
when you make it to her birthday, you will
Start to get
you'll be like,
good. Yeah.
yeah. So book 2, yes, it follows the sister and the best friend.
Mhm.
And there was a lot of times I was like, why is that happening? And I just read the other book
Hmm.
and I'm like, oh, it's gonna go the same way. It didn't.
Yeah.
He did not write it with the same cadence.
Right.
So you didn't have to wait until the last third. But there's a twist in that I didn't see coming either. She did great. It
Yeah.
was great.
Good. And
So
does that one start off pretty much where this one leaves off?
exactly where this one leads off.
Oh, nice.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's like a continuation, but you could read them separate.
Right.
Yeah, you could, but I wouldn't. I
Yeah.
wouldn't.
Right. Well, if this one goes as fast as I think, I want to say it's got about 6 hours left on the audio. And for whatever reason, I didn't put it into 1.2 times until like halfway through what I've read. Normally I do. I speed it up a little bit so I can get through it. Um, it probably won't take me very long to get through the second one either. Another day or
Yeah,
two.
but just enjoy them because
Yeah.
they go fast, but
Yeah.
they're fun.
Yeah.
They're so much fun.
Well, I sped it up because I was like, I don't know if we're sticking to the 10 chapter a week. I didn't even look to see how many chapters it was, but I'm definitely going to get through it before the end of this month anyway.
Oh yeah, for
If
sure.
if everybody else can
I
keep
I
up,
don't
we might get through both.
I don't think anybody is doing just 10 chapters of this book, and I think that would suck
Yeah,
to have to walk away from it.
right.
Uh, it would
Yeah,
be
because
painful.
it's like, leaving little breadcrumbs, like weird envelope. Murder. He's lying about his name. He lied about his mom's name. And then you're getting little glimpses of the flashbacks to the camp. So,
Yeah. And
yeah.
when it was doing that, I'm like, who are these people? Okay, that's who that is.
Yeah.
What is
Until they said the
happening?
name
Why is this
Davis.
happening?
They've said Davis now, like Davis and the girl. I don't know. He carved her initials on the tree. I'm assuming Noah is Davis, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it's interesting. I
Hmm.
mean, there's a lot of the fast love type of things, but at the same time, there's enough story and plot to move it quite a
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely
Um,
gotten a little bit of, the love scenes, but the story is like, I want to know what the hell's going on. Something fishy's happening here.
so there's a movie with what's that girl from Pitch Perfect?
Oh,
Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick.
Uh, I'll just look at her movies because she's in it. That's why I watched it to begin with. It's called Mr. Right. Have
I
you ever seen
love
that?
I love that movie with Sam Rockwell.
Yes.
Yes, I love that movie.
So this book to me has the same kind of vibe.
Yes, that's why I love that movie because they're so like, I don't know, they're weirdos that just click. They're both
Yeah.
weirdos and it's funny and the chemistry is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I love that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, if I see it on, I'm putting it on. That's funny.
She's a she's a very good actress. I think she's very funny.
And I
Um,
I love Sam Rockwell too. He was one of my first
oh yeah.
like I thought he was super cute in Charlie's Angels. And that was like that was a long ass time ago. That was, I don't know, that came out what, in like the early 2000s. And since
Yeah.
then I love anything with him and I think she's good too. So,
Yeah, their vibe was very there. I mean, it was
mhm.
great.
Mhm. So, you're telling me she's going to find something freaky about this man and she's going to love it. She's going to be like, "Okay, I'm vibing with this." Like, I feel like this is where that's going because that's the way the movie is. She finds out he like starts capping people and she's like, "Let me match your freak." Like,
Well, when she first learns his secrets, she's not impressed.
yeah,
And that part of the book about broke my heart.
right.
So you get the full range of emotions in this book.
Yeah.
There's no dog that dies, so there's that. The the banter between the sister and the friend in this
Mhm.
book, um, watch that in this book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Theirs is almost like next level with the extreme with which they talk to each other. Like they're
yeah,
even more sarcastic, even more, you know, another step.
yeah. He's like, "You're the most beautiful thing in the world." And she's like, "I wish you would die in a fire."
Yeah.
So it's great.
Yeah. That's funny.
But yeah, the last third of the book, hold on to your seats.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'll probably go right back to it after this. My headphones died. Got to charge those things up and get back to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
So the other things, because I've already read this book, so I'm moving
Mhm.
on. I finished Anathema today.
Okay.
So that's Carrie Lake's second book from Nautica, right? Because I made that post.
Mhm.
Um, that is everything I wish Alchemized had been.
Yeah. Okay. So it's definitely so it's like a magical vibe then. There is mythical shit that happens, but you can
So
actually follow it.
yes. Did you ever read or watch Mortal Instruments?
Oh, a
City of
long
Bones?
I remember watching it a while. It's been a long time, but yes, I do remember that.
So there's some training in this book, and every time she learns a new thing,
Uh-huh.
she gets like a scar on her hand, or I think one happens on her neck or shoulder or
Uh-huh.
something. But so it gives me kind of that vibe.
Mhm.
But it's gothic, and it starts out and she's in like the mortal world, and it makes me think of like the Puritans,
Mhm.
and of course women are property and all the
Right.
things. But there's another world, and their big thing is if you break one of their rules or their laws, they send you to the eating woods or the feeding woods, something like that, where the woods eat you.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. So nobody wants that. They like
Right.
strip them down naked and march them to the woods.
Yeah.
There's dragons. Well, they don't call them, there's dragons they reference, but then there's the fire drakes. So it's like a lizard that shoots fire but doesn't fly. And
Mhm.
then there's another one that is like a dragon and it flies and it shoots fire, but it has some feathers. So it's another mystical creature.
Mhm.
Um, a lot of the people that wield magic have like, he has a scorpion tattoo, and he can raise that scorpion, and then it can get as big as a horse
Hmm.
and help him kill people.
Yeah.
And he's
So
a
it's
shadow daddy.
like his familiar or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Um, it gave me, I was listening to it on the way home yesterday from work, and there was a spider scene, that gave me goosebumps. Like I was,
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
yeah, it was tingly.
Yeah. Ooh. And this is the one that she hasn't came out with the second one yet, but will.
This the second one's going to release March 31st.
Oh God.
Kill me.
Yeah.
So yes, I 100% need the second books to
Oh
that.
God.
Like
That means so I've got to
yesterday.
do the second one to this series, then I've got to do Lights Out and the second one to that one, and now this one. All
Well,
before the end of the month.
no, you don't have to do this before the end of the month. I'm the only one reading this. It's fine.
Right.
um, and maybe wait, and I'll let you know if it's the second part's worth it because it's
Right.
kind of a cliffhanger,
Yeah.
which
I hate
I
that. I hate that. Yeah.
But it's a Carrie Lake book, so it's very good.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna look for more. Actually, let's look for more right now.
Yeah.
I don't think she has. Ooh. Oh, that's Spanish. Oh, she did Nightshade too, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
It's a gothic. And Infernium was not my favorite. I liked Nightshade a lot, but Infernium was pretty rough.
Yeah.
But she also has Master of Salt and Bones, which I have on my TBR. I would like to read.
Mm. Yeah.
She doesn't have a whole lot of books, but
But
they're
good.
quality.
Right.
Yeah, they're definitely quality. What else have I read? Because I can't help myself.
Uh, I'm just really bummed about Alchemized for real. Like, it's just so hard for me to get into it, and I feel like I want to push through it to see, how it goes, and because I know the second part of like, if she wrote it the same way, there's 3 parts, and the first part, even in Manacled, is sad. It's the whole part where she's in the breeding program with the High Reeve and all of that. But once you get through to the second part, it really, gets so much better. And I'm just like, damn, man, like everybody is talking it up, but I can't get into it. Like the words are just
I was looking at it, and there was somebody who was talking about it. They were reading it side by side.
along
Uh,
with Manacled.
yeah, and they were saying it was very, very similar, but a lot of things that worked in Manacled didn't work in Alchemized. And
Yeah,
she didn't make those changes that needed to be made.
right. I hate that because I can kind of see what they mean just from what I've read. Like, you don't know anything about this world, really, and trying to jump into this like post dystopian world of what's going on. You're not invested in the pre-world like what it was before this happened. And so it's just really hard to relate to what the fuck is going on right now. Like you don't really feel anything for Helena because you don't understand her beginning. Where in Harry Potter, Hermione and all that leading up to it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
The ma-
I think part of my issue too is that I know that this was written as a Harry Potter fan fiction, and I have a hard time seeing Luke as Harry.
well, I think, or yeah, I guess Luke is supposed to be, yeah, because that part doesn't really translate because Harry wasn't that rich person that his grandfather founded the school and all of that. So that's a
Yeah.
little different. Um, yeah, it's just very hard to like get invested in the characters so far. And then mixed with like the magic is very weird. The whole necromancy thing and the I'm kind of confused on I feel like when they're reanimated and like they're soul swapping, so it's like that's their body, but it's technically somebody else. But sometimes that's not the case. Like sometimes they're just reanimated.
Yeah.
I'm like having a hard time keeping all of that shit straight.
How far have you gotten into Alchemized?
Not very far, like six or seven, chapter 6 or 7. Like she just got to the High Reeves house and is like he's like taken her outside once, like out into the garden and made her walk and do that. And you've met the wife, um, and that's about it. Like they haven't had to like be forced together yet or anything like that.
Right.
I don't know. It definitely
Yeah,
makes
it's
if it follows along with Manacled, it makes more sense when you get to book 2, like I said, because book 2 in Manacled goes pre Voldemort fight and all of that, like during the war. And so you kind of you learn about her and which I guess in this situation it would be Helena and Luke's relation, or Helena and the High. What is even the High Reeves name? I can't even remember now what they call him.
uh
I don't.
I've
Well,
read
the
so
one
many books.
I know
I want to say it's like Stefan, but it's not.
they they have a they have a relationship before the war, and so you get to like figure out what was going on about all of that. But yeah, I don't know. It's a big ass book to invest in and try to finish, that's for sure, when it's
Well,
hard to
I
get
also
into.
don't know that it translates well in an audiobook.
That's another thing, like, it's hard for me to follow along because 'cause I'm not used to doing audiobooks. I really have to concentrate on what I'm doing, like, I have to listen, or I feel like I'm missing it. I'm also the type of person that when I watch TV, I have to have subtitles because 'cause I'm like, "Are you speaking Spanish? I can't understand what you guys are talking
His
about."
name is Kane.
Kane? See, I don't even remember that.
Yes.
That doesn't even sound familiar to me. I'm so, like, I could not get invested for whatever reason. Um, but yeah, I think it's one that I'm definitely gonna have to physically read, not, audiobook.
So I'm listening to the audiobook and I'm like, how did we get here? You know? And
Yeah.
then so I downloaded the book and I'm looking at the pages. Well, on the page, it's got a line. So it's a break in scene,
Uh-huh.
which you would know if you're reading the book. But in the audio, they don't even,
They don't clarify that that was
they don't
a
clarify.
break.
So I would have to rewind it and listen for the next morning or,
Right.
meanwhile,
R
whatever it was. But
right.
I'm like, okay, now I understand.
Right.
But I don't think it's a good book to do the audio for
Yeah.
because I think you really need to know that you're jumping.
Yeah.
And if you don't know that, you're completely lost.
Yeah. And, like I said, Manacled is not necessarily happy. It's kind of a happy ending, but it's sad. And for the most part, there's not a lot of like mushy stuff that happens. It's not really a, pleasant, fun book, I guess. But it was just like Manacled was so beautifully written. I just thought, oh, this is going to be great. And like the pre orders were crazy for it.
So I'm going to send you this. Well, it's got spoilers and you really want to read it. But the whole thing about her giving herself amnesia
Mhm.
And I get that she was in stasis, right? The
Mhm.
very beginning. And nobody else made it. They were all just, she was just in there with decomposing bodies, which is disgusting.
Yeah.
Um, and I got, I understood she's got amnesia. She doesn't really know what's going on. All these people know what's going on. She's been given a tubal ligation, sterilization. Um, and I mean, we had another book that he had a, what do they call it when the guys get fixed?
Oh, a vasectomy.
Vasectomy. And then at the end of, well, before they make them come together,
Mhm.
they're like, oh, yeah, I took care of that.
Yeah, see,
There was no surgery that she had that took care of that in
yeah,
the whole 21 chapters.
to reverse hers.
Yeah.
See, I don't remember that being in Manacled. The fact that because the whole point of her being at his house was to have a be pregnant with a child. So like why would she be fixed and why would he be fixed? You know what I mean? Like the whole
Well,
point was
in
for them
this
to
book,
breed.
he's not fixed.
She is.
Just she is. Um, and she talks about it several times about how she was sterilized, and they talked
Like
about taking her uterus out, but
they did that
they
to
did
her?
not them. She did it
Oh,
like
before.
before,
Mm,
and so she wouldn't have to ever worry about having kids and
yeah.
doing all the things. Um, and then the lady who, you know, takes care of her, like the
Yeah.
doctor or whatever,
Yeah.
um, she's like, yeah, I took care of that. I
Like
perfected that.
we just wanted it away and made it right. Like, hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that being a thing in the other one, but I'm sure it's not going to follow exactly the same, but
Yeah. I'm sure it's not.
mm, yeah,
And like I said, it's a weird phrase to say. The rape was the least of the
yeah,
brutality that happens.
yeah. The rapings and Manacled, like it was the same type of thing. Like it made him sick doing it. Like it was very clinical and whatever. I
Yeah.
don't remember her getting her eyeball plucked out. I feel like I would remember that. Unless I just forgot and wiped that out. Uh,
I wish I
that's
could wipe it out because it was bad.
ugh, ugh, yeah. Um,
It was
yeah.
graphic.
Yeah, there's a reason for the memory wiping. There's a reason that they occluded all of her mind to keep from whatever the spooky dude is,
Yeah.
whatever his name, but there's a reason that they did that led up to that.
Well,
But
and in this book, um, shit, what was I gonna say? I mean, she's still smart, like Hermione was smart, you know,
mhm,
and she's putting pieces together. But
uh-huh.
then there's a few things she does that I'm like, that wasn't smart.
Right.
That wasn't smart at all.
Ugh, um,
Yeah, that makes no sense. Oh, they brought her to his house so that he could do like sift through her brain.
uh-huh.
But then she has seizures.
Uh-huh.
And the doctor lady comes in finally and is like, what are they feeding you? And she's like, kitchen scraps. What are you talking about?
Mhm.
Because they're not giving her any food.
Right.
Like,
Well,
no wonder you're trying to die.
right. Like she was pretty much dead to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very sad story for that part, the beginning is very sad for him because he has his memories. He remembers everything that led up to this point, and that's why it makes him like viscerally sick to have to do what he's doing to her, which is like, you know, it's shitty. It's very traumatizing for him. It's very sad. But I don't know. I just like I'm gonna push through. I'm gonna power through and hope that it gets to the good. It gets better. And I don't know. I don't know. It's just not there yet. It's hard.
Yeah. And I may pick it up like the actual physical
Mm-hmm.
and try and read part 2 and see how that goes.
Yeah. Well, I
But
know.
to
I know for me,
force
like,
everybody to read it was just
yeah, yeah. I could see where that's like, if you're gonna power through on your own time, great. But it's definitely not like it wasn't good for this at all.
no. And I think after, this is only our 3rd month,
Mm-hmm.
and we had Kiss of the Basilisk as our
We we were coming off of a hard track record. Ugh.
I think honestly we needed one killer night.
Yeah, we need some good fluff fun pieces for sure. And
you
then
you definitely I I read enough that I get cleansers, palate cleanser
mhm,
books. Um, but not everybody does.
yeah.
And
Yeah, I don't get
oh look, there's Nina. Nina, there she is. We can't hear you.
Yeah, I see that. Sorry. Hi.
Hi.
I am getting ready to leave to go to LA to go to Universal Studios because I have a hankering to go to Harry Potter Land. And so I like totally spaced. I was like, I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm doing this. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We were moving on without anybody. It's just me and Chelsea hanging out.
Hi, Jeffrey. But wait,
hello.
my luggage is all over my bed. Proof. It's proof.
So which book
So
are
what
you
I
reading?
One Killer Night.
Where are you at?
I got to the point where he proposed and she said no, and then they went their separate ways. And then
Okay, hold on. Hold on. You're gonna spoil it for Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm only to chapter 12, New Year's Day, New Year's night.
Oh,
He said, I love you.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm probably gonna
She'll
finish it.
survive. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so that's where I'm at.
What
So
chapter is that? Do you know?
Let me check. Go back to my Audible. It
'Cause I
is
think I'm
chapter.
on 12.
I think the thing I mentioned is like 2 or 3 chapters prior, and I'm on 27.
Okay.
yeah,
So pretty good.
neither one of you are in the last third of the book where
Where it gets really good.
really, really good. But I mean, the whole book is good. It's just the
Yes.
last third is where everything pops off. So it's really, really good after that.
I mean, everything
Mm.
was already starting to pop off at that point, and you get little
Yeah.
clues and little hints of things, but it's like, hey, now the answers are starting to come.
Yeah, it was fun.
Stephanie, I have to say you look
We're-
very pretty today.
Oh, thanks.
Not that you're not pretty all the time, but today.
Yeah. So we're also talking about Alchemized.
And how that
Did
was
you
a
read
flop.
any of that?
I think I got to chapter 2, and I was like, I'm just not getting into it. It's not gripping me. I want to. I want to be a book hoarder, a dragon, whatever you want to call it. I wanted to. I just couldn't. There was too many empty plot holes, and I couldn't. I just couldn't. I'm sorry.
Well, and Chelsea and I have talked about this. Manacled, she kind of writes not in chronological order. So the second part of the book, for people like you and me, it probably should have been the first part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
'Cause-
because in Manacled, the first part 1, is after the war, after Voldemort and all of that happens.
Mhm.
Like basically where Harry Potter ends, it takes off there, but they lose, and that's where it goes. And then book 2 goes pre-war. So I feel like if she would have reversed it, this would have like built the world a little bit better. Instead, you're trying to jump in right in the middle, post everything, and you have no attachment to these characters. You don't know the world. It's just hard to follow. Where
which probably
you know,
works
it
as
works
a
for Harry
Potter
Potter.
fan fiction.
Yeah, because you
But-
know the world.
Because you
Yeah.
know the world. You know,
Yeah.
you've got a cheat sheet.
Mhm.
But if you don't know anything about it,
yeah,
you
you
know,
kind of just feel like you're plopped right in the middle of it, and you have no idea what's going on.
Yep.
yeah,
I had to
that's not the
Google
vibe.
words. I had to Google words. I'm like, what is
Yeah.
this necromancer? Like, what is it technically a
Yeah.
definition of? What's this other
Yeah.
thing that they were talking about? And I'm like, oh, okay.
There are actually TikToks that they make cheat sheets and explain what everything is, because everybody was so lost. They were like, this is what this is, this. You know, and if you have to do that to get into a book,
Mm-hmm.
it's really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am reading books because I don't like the real world. It shouldn't be a job.
Yeah.
So, but also I was telling Chelsea, I don't think it's a good audiobook. Because I downloaded the book and I'm looking at it, and there's places where they break the scene, like that scene is over, and then they go into like the next day or a different area or whatever, but they don't, in the audiobook they don't tell you that. So you're like, what, how am I here?
Yeah.
So it was not, it's not one killer night for sure.
No.
I jumped right in there. I was laughing at the first 2 chapters. I'm like, I'm game. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Stephanie, you've already read it and you're ahead of me. But I was telling Stephanie, I'm like, first red flag for Noah, his favorite flower is chives. This man is a killer or something. Like something is going on here.
Something's wrong
And
with him.
yeah. So I'm kind of stuck at the part where I'm like, okay, we've heard about this Davis character. Is he Davis? He lied about his mom's name. Like, he's definitely got a past. And I want to know what's going on with that.
Yep.
Yeah. But the banter is good. I like all the references. And I was telling Stephanie, normally that kind of pulls me out when you reference too much things, but it works for this one. I like it.
Yeah, and book 2 starts off directly where book 1 ends.
Is
So,
it end off in a cliffhanger?
no,
Okay.
no, it just picks up with the sister and the best friend directly where book 1 ends.
Nice.
So it's
So it's not
perfect.
the 5 years later bullshit.
Right. I mean, it does do some jumping after that, but it brings you right back in. Other than those two, I mean, the books I've been reading have been longer. So I haven't actually read a lot this week. Not a lot of books anyway. I read A Duke for Diana, which was really, really good. Regency romance. But then I read two crap books. A Rogue of the Highlands and Fixed Assets. Fixed Assets I only listen to because Troy Durnan is the narrator. And I wanted to hear his voice while I went to sleep. But the book was crap. And then I just finished Anathema. And I was telling Chelsea that book is everything I wish Alchemized had been. It is a dark book. It has magic. It has mages. It's got dragons. It's got fire drakes and mortal instrument type magic. So when she learns something new, then she gets a new scar or tattoo. And it's enemies to lovers, and it's got two different worlds, and it was really good. But book 2 of that doesn't come out until March 31st.
Oh.
And it does end it kind of a cliffhanger. Not quite a cliffhanger, but the book's not finished. I would say it's more like how Quicksilver finished than like an actual cliffhanger. So I'm ready for book 2. But now I'm going back to The Stolen Throne, which is book 2 of the Dominion series. So it's a Liar's Crown, Stolen Throne, and the Shadows Rule Them All. So Anathema, the one I just finished, has a Shadow Daddy. And The Liar's Crown, which is book 1 of this series that I've already read, also has a Shadow Daddy. So I'm in my Shadow Daddy theme right now.
I really like those books. I freaking ran through them like they were, I don't know, a good acronym right now, but they were really good, all 3 of them. I really very much enjoy those. And yes, Shadow Daddy is good.
Love a good Shadow Daddy.
Hey, that's a first. There's a series that I finished and you haven't. Ha ha.
Yeah, mark the calendar.
Did you read any of the Akatar one stuff, Angels?
I read the first one and started the second one's Court of Mist and Fury, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think so. It took me like 3 tries to get through the first one. I had a really hard time imagining what the world looked like, the way that she described it, like all the shimmering and whatever. So it took me a few tries, but I've heard they're really great. But then I also got a little bit like scared of the series because they're like, oh, if you've read this, then you've got to read Throne of Glass. And then there's also more. There's like 18 books in that whole thing. And so I was like a little put off by that. I was like, if I'm going to start that, I'm going to have to like wait a minute, you know.
So I read book 1. I couldn't get into the initial audiobook, so I bought the dramatized audiobook. That was better for me. Normally the dramatized has too much noise going on and kind of pulls me out. But I was able to get through it with that. I've got book 2. I'm in the line at the library audiobook waiting for that. I'm not going to spend the money on it, but um, it's in the queue. As soon as it comes available through the library, I'll do book 2.
So, Nina, have you read all of them, like the Throne of Glass and all the Akotars?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I haven't done the Throne of Glass. I did all the Akatars. I really liked it. I was like, oh, I like this author. I'll just continue on. But then I figured I tried Throne of Glass and I just couldn't get into it. I don't know if I was in the wrong mindset or if I was still stuck on Akatar. I have it in my Audible. Because I bought it because I was like, oh, I like this author. And then I tried and I couldn't get into it. So maybe I'll circle back to that one.
Yeah.
I thought Throne of Glass was really slow. I really thought it was slow.
Throne of Glass, you thought was?
Yeah.
I kind of felt that way about Akatar, though, too. Like I said, it took me a minute to get into that.
I think that's her writing style, though. I think it is kind of slow.
Yeah, she definitely does a lot of build up, but she's also very descriptive on her build up. So you can kind of picture the image of while she's descripting everything to you. But yeah, I think that I agree. I think that's her writing style. And so I think I was stuck on Akatar, and so I wasn't in the correct mindset for Throne of Glass, but I'm willing to give it another shot.
Yeah, I would like to go back through a lot of the series that I've started because you know how I say Audible's like a drug dealer and they give you the first one for free. I've done a lot of that. And so there's a lot of series I've started but haven't finished because I'm not trying to be broke every day.
Sorry, the cat looked at it and he had eyeballs.
I know. Through the library, though, I've
Be careful.
got some books on hold. And then they've given me, I have the Shadow Rules Them All borrowed. So I'm trying to finish the second one so I can get through the third one through the library. And then I have started City of Bones. I've never read them. I've seen all the movies and all the things, but I've started City of Bones.
I've never even read the I still haven't read Fourth Wing and all of those yet. I'm behind.
Dude, you're so far behind.
No, I have Fourth Wing. I just haven't read it yet. I know. You can kick me out now if you want.
What girl are you?
Yeah.
I know. I have this terrible thing where I start one and then I jump to another one and jump to another one, and like I jumped to Outlander there for a little bit, and they're huge and take forever. So then I jumped to Game of Thrones and tried to read that one, and it's just like I snowball. I just need to concentrate, focus.
So have you guys read The City of Gods and Monsters?
Mm-mm.
I don't think so.
That was one of the very early fantasy books that I read, and it was so good. It's very good. It's like it happens in LA, but it's not LA. And there's like Death Eaters. So it's very cool. The world on it is very cool. It's one of those that I think everybody should read if they like fantasy like that, you know. And it's got some like assassins but it's got nightclubs too. So it's
Cool.
you know. But I read the first one and I haven't finished the series. So I've got that borrowed from the library too. So I can finish the series on that. And I have 6 days to read it, 11 days to read City of Bones, and then 7 days to read The Shadow Rules Them All. And I have to finish Stolen Throne first. So, we're just doing a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. And, and I started Mortal Instruments, so that'll be a whole thing. Because that's what I need is a new series in my life.
Did you say City of Bones is a show or a movie?
Mortal Instruments is...
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, the Mortal Instruments City of Bones is the first one. And they have like wands, and then they put a symbol on themselves so that they can do magic. Or at least that's the way it was in the show. The thing about the shows were they insisted on hiring people who had no name, who'd never acted before. They were god awful. The stories were great, but the acting was just god awful every time. Every time.
Yeah.
Everybody looked great. I mean, everybody was beautiful, like they're supposed to be, but it was bad. But yeah, I've got that one I've wanted to read for a long time because I like the shows, but I always heard that the books were much better. I read the first book of like a vampire witch. What is that show? Discovery of Witches.
Oh yeah.
So I watched all of those on Netflix when they came out. And when I started reading, I was like, oh, here's Discovery of Witches. I want to read that and see how they did. Well, they did amazing. Just watch it because it's exactly the same as the book.
Nice.
Exactly. Like I've never seen something
the
so
dialogue
close.
and everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's spot on.
Yeah.
I was highly impressed. But then I was also reading this book going, I've already seen this. But when I started getting back into reading, the first thing was I found a book. It was like at a resale shop or something. And it was called The Book of Magic. And that is actually the prequel to Practical Magic. And it was so good.
I've bought all of those. That's another one I did. I bought all of those and haven't gotten to those yet either.
Dude, so
but
good.
I've heard it's good because they're actually making another Practical Magic. Have you seen that?
I keep seeing that.
I want to say it's like later. I think it's later this year. But I don't know if it follows because I think there's 3 or 4 books to that total. Practical Magic, I think, was book 2.
Yeah, Practical Magic was not the first book.
Mm-mm.
I mean, we have all the world's knowledge in the palm of our hands, so my internet said, nah, probably not. So you've got Practical Magic, The Rule of Magic, Magic Lessons, and the Book of Magic. So Practical Magic is the first book, but Rules of Magic is a prequel. It's about the ants.
Okay. One of them is
That
about.
might be the book I have.
One of them is also about the very first one, the one that starts the curse. I don't
Yes.
remember which one that
Magic
is.
Lessons is the prequel about the family's origins. And then the Book of Magic is the sequel that brings the story to the conclusion. So
I wonder if that's the one the movie's gonna follow. The new movie.
Rules of Magic is the one I have that I read. No, I'm a liar. I own and have read Book of Magic. I read on Audible the Rules of Magic, and then I've seen the book or seen the movie of Practical Magic. I haven't read the book yet. But yeah, it's kind of weird because it's jumps around,
Mm-hmm.
follows different generations, I guess. So it's a little different. But I like the vibe of them.
Yeah.
Like to own their house.
Yeah, for sure.
But do you have something lined up for when you're done reading One Killer Night, Nina?
I still haven't gotten to the ritual, and also
Yeah, that's one that I've read that I'm not behind on.
Look at you.
Let's see here, and then of course I'm still reading the Kings of Quarantine ones.
And you're loving those?
Yeah, I really like them. I like the bully, and like it kind of gets to me sometimes. Its bully is a little bit too harsh, but at the same time, it's just book. It's just a fantasy, so I'm not like, oh, I can't put it down because they're mean to her, kind of thing.
Yeah, the thing about the bully romances, I have to be in the mood for. Otherwise, I'm just like angry.
Yeah.
Like there is no way I would let any person, let alone a man, do that to me. He would be eating his own balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that. Like the law just doesn't take effect or anything. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Sorry, my phone. I realized my phone was dying. So this is not where I want to be. Damn it. Where do I want to be? Nope. Ah, there we go. Recently added. Little Stranger. That one's next on my list too. King of Wrath. I really like Anna Hong.
I'm still really mad about Little Stranger.
Shh, zip it.
Well, I put it in my cart and I was going to buy it for $2, and now I missed it, and now it's $11.
There'll be another sale.
I know.
Let's see, King of Wrath. That one, I really like Anna Hong's writing style. She does really good the smut scenes. So I really like her. She did the God of War, God of Wrath, those ones. No, she didn't. I'm sorry. Which one did she do? Shit.
Yeah, because that girl's name's Rena Kent.
Yeah, I know. She does the Twisted Games. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, those were awesome.
Yeah. So now I'm getting into the backstories or the prior ones. So it's the parents of the ones that they do.
Is that the King of Wrath,
Uh-huh.
King of Greed, all those?
Yep.
Yeah, I need to do those because they were really good. Isn't she getting a series? Isn't it like the year
Twisted.
of every book gets a series?
Finally.
Gets,
Yeah,
gets a
the
movie.
Twisted series. Yeah, the Twisted series are going to be one. No, that one. Nope, that one. Nope, that one. I did that one. No, those are the only two, or three so far. Little Stranger, King of Wrath, and then Thirst. Those are the other ones I have so far that are lined up, ready to be listened to.
First. Oh. Looks like Thirst is free right now. Prey series.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I probably bought that
Add
one
to
for
the
like
library.
$2. Add to library.
Yeah, I haven't done my search this week to see what new ones. I can get for free. Thank God
I've
for
seen
that.
I've seen a couple on TikTok. Sinner's Retreat. Apparently that one's supposed to be really good. And then what I should have said, it's about Navy boys that maybe be assassins, I think. So we'll see about that one.
I've been seeing I Will Break You all over
Yep. I've seen that
social.
one too. Yep.
And it's supposed to be a dark stalker romance. And
Mm-hmm.
it's in my wish list, but I don't want to pay $18 for it.
Uh-huh.
But I do. I definitely want to do the audiobook. Uh, it's Theodore Zimpher. So I don't know, but his voice is awesome. If you run across it on
Yum.
social, Chelsea,
Mhm.
now that I'm
Yeah.
talking to you about it, you probably will.
Uh-huh.
Um, listen to the voice.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's about all I've got. Because, like I said, I didn't burn through 7 books in 7 days this week, so I don't have quite as much to lament on.
You weren't listening and reading at the same time?
No, I actually several days this week I just came home and went to bed. I was just like, I'm tired. So
I told Jimmy that you did that, and he was like, "What do you mean? What do you mean she did that?"
yeah, I was like, I can't. No, I cannot allow myself to do this. Because if I have that superpower, that is not good.
No.
Are you guys
Yeah.
okay? You're not getting hit by that tornado that went through Oklahoma or anything?
No.
Mm-mm. It was
Okay.
good here.
It was storms always make me antsy now. So I came in, I put in my I had my headphone in, the dogs were pacing around the house and they finally jumped up on the bed, which I don't let them in my room. They jumped up on the bed and then lightning hit somewhere in the woods behind the house, but it was close. And we all jumped. And then Bear climbed up on my chest. He's like, "Save me, Mom."
Save me, Mom. I thought they're supposed to save us. What happened here?
Yeah, right. Nah. Mine are the worst. So I think this evening I'm going to go through and look for new books to add to my library because I don't have enough. Let's see here.
Well, if you find
I
any, you know
I
where to
did
put it.
purchase a few books. Well, I bought the second book to Flock. And then I got Game On because I got my credits back.
The hockey one?
So,
Is that
yeah.
what Game On is?
No, Game On is the third one to Lights Out.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't come out yet, so I pre-ordered it. Exodus is the second book to Flock, which is like people describe it as like a Robin Hood. I didn't get that vibe. Did not get that vibe. There is some sharing that happens in Robin or in Flock. Then I bought Stolen Throne so that I could get that series knocked out, and Anathema, which I've already finished. Those are the ones I've ordered. I think I spent like $20. It's not bad. I went through and got some more free Kindle books, that buy now for $0. And a couple of them came with audiobooks, and I was listening to those, but they were crap. They were just crap. So I stopped. It's one thing for the narrator to not be top tier. It's another thing for the book not to be top tier. And if you have a combination of both, not into it. I'm going to have to clean up my library, those pretty soon, because I've got a bunch of these free books in here, and I've got like 8 pages of books in my Audible library. So, and I still want to get to the Guild series.
Those ones are really good. I really like those ones.
So, yeah, I've heard good things. So, I really want to get to those.
The Shadow Daddy in there is chef kiss. Oh.
And I bought Six of Crows a long time ago, but I tried to start it once and I haven't been able to get into it. But it was one of the first books I bought. It's like 15 hours. I don't know why I can't get into it, but I haven't been able to.
So what are we doing for the rest of this month? Is it just kind of Fend Yourself month, and we'll just talk about our books that we're reading?
Yeah, I think everybody's reading One Killer Night, books
Okay.
1 and 2. And just kind of clean the palette out for Game On, which we'll do April.
Okay.
And then I will pick the book for May because that's my birthday. And then Willow's going to pick for June. I don't know. I talked to Alicia yesterday. I don't know if she's going to pick a book for July or not, because she's like, I don't really like romance books. I'm like, well, that's what we read. So, so she may opt out. If so, then we'll choose. But then I have that list. Our group chat is pretty active.
I like it.
Chelsea will pick again in August because she's going to get a do-over.
I got to redeem myself after that one.
Yeah. Nina will pick a book for September. Stephanie for October. Patience November. And then we'll just have one more book for the year.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's pretty lined out already.
Yeah.
Take some of the pressure off me too.
I've got to get through Lights Out and the second one this month.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Lights Out
When
was
it
better.
comes to Game On, yeah, so much better. When it comes to Game On, I don't see us doing like 10 chapters a week. I think we'll just do it.
Swallow it.
Yeah.
No, that book was
Unintended.
bad. Are you freezing to death yet, Chelsea?
No, not too bad. I like the cold though. I mess with it, so I don't mind it.
Yeah. Nina's in California, so it's probably like 70 degrees there.
Yeah.
Yeah, 72 today.
It was chilly here today.
It was sweater weather today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I met a lady down at the venue. She bought the church pews, but then she didn't bring anybody to help her move the church pews. They're 100 pounds a piece.
Yeah.
So I
Why?
got to do it. I got to help her move church pews today.
I hate when people
I
do
told
that
her
shit.
to bring help.
Yeah.
And I told her I'm not helping her. She's got to come back next week. She was only able to get 7 of the 14, 13. So I was keeping warm. I was sweating. And she was like 10 pounds. She was not doing, she's struggling. And she brought a dolly, like a 4-foot tall dolly that she thought she was going to put an 8-foot church pew on and walk it out the door.
What is that gonna do?
No.
Oh.
So I finally told her, I said, just put that to the side. We'll carry them out. We'll just handle it. Because I thought about being a bitch and just being like, bring people. I don't know what to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, might as well just get them out of here and get the money and move on with my life. So that's what I did. And then I went to work for several hours and then I came home and did this. It's been a full day. So you guys are leaving tomorrow, Nina?
Yeah, we're heading out. I gotta walk Ruby in the morning one more time, so it makes me feel better. Guilty conscience and all. And then yeah, we'll leave somewhere around 9:30, 10 o'clock ish. And then yeah, it's like a 6.5, depending on traffic, maybe 7-hour drive from here to Universal Studios. Going to
Better you than
Hollywood.
me.
I'm like, babe, we could just fly down there. It'll be easier. No. I'm like, okay.
You're gonna spend like a few days or just
Yeah.
a day?
So it's Sunday we get there. Monday is Universal Studios Day. Tuesday we're going to the Griffith Observatory. Want to go there before it burns down because Newsom likes to burn our whole state to the down to the ground. And then Wednesday we're supposed to head back, but then I decided I needed a beach day, so we're going to Santa Monica.
Live it up, because when you move to Missouri, you're not going to be that close to the water.
We got Grand Lake.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's 11 hours from here to the beach.
Yeah.
Ew. Is that New Orleans? Is that?
Yeah, it's the Gulf.
Yeah, the Gulf, yeah.
Yeah. Oof. But I bet it's warm water. It's not cold like the Pacific.
It should be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I've never done that.
Yeah.
I've gotten on a plane and I've gone to Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least you went to Florida.
We
I've
went-
never been there.
We
Sorry,
went in
Chelsea.
March once, and it was kind of cold, to be honest, in Florida. But we've also been in the summer, and it's nice. So, I mean, the kids still swam in it, but they're used to swimming in like the creeks here, so
Mhm.
it was warm
Yeah,
in the
creeks are
ocean.
chilly.
Yeah, yeah.
We went to the beach. I swam in the ocean. There's a lot of sand.
A lot of jellyfish when we went.
Yeah, you take it or leave it. Actually,
Mhm.
There's a lot of sand.
I went to Lake Superior, swam there. That's fucking
Mhm.
cold.
That is cold. Yeah.
It's like a bunch of needles like
Mhm.
attacking your body at the same time. But I did it.
Jumped in Lake Tahoe in March, April, or something like that. That was fucking cold.
Yeah.
Are you not from
All right,
Missouri?
girls.
No,
No.
Missouri. Well, New York and then Missouri. But yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, I'm a California girl, but I know humidity very well. I choose not to.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, but she's gonna have to move to Missouri.
He's like, "Do you want popcorn?"
You're like, yeah, I'm up at clubs over.
Yes.
All right. Well, have a good weekend, girls.
We'll
Have
see you later.
some fun for us, Nina.
Yep.
I will. I'll send pictures.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.